They say if you look hard enough, you can find the goodness in anything. But for this dumpster fire, I needed a microscope. Even though the Agreste arc was a total failure, in this video I will speak about how Marinette might have been the most affected and might have gained the most from the failed Agreste arc. So for those that don't remember the whole Agreste arc, because you clicked on this video thinking it was a documentary on ladybugs, here's a review of the Agreste arc. Okay, I'm kidding. Here's an actual review of the Agreste arc. Dr. Doom reject here, life-size lollipop. He wants to beat these two high schools to bring his wife back to life, even though she said not to. 2 president terms, 4 Fast and Furious movies later, he failed, with 1 out of 1,000 good plans that got beat by plot armor. That pretty much ends up with him bringing his wife against her will back to life, and according to fan logic, that she's actually brought back to life, not mine. He ends up dying later, and gives us one of the worst endings since the Attack on Titan manga. Worse than both the endings combined from the manga. Also, Marinette somehow becomes an accomplice to all of this due to having to lie to Adrian, so that's what Gabriel wanted. Damn, selfish even in death. Also, Miraculous fans had to deal with the longest boo balls for this relationship pairing. What makes the Agreste arc truly bad is it's not like we had this whole 8-year build-up for which Adrian can grow a backbone to his dad and have this climactic fight in which he faces Gabriel in literal or metaphorical terms. And what makes the Agreste arc bad is truly not like we had this whole 8-year build-up for which Adrian can go a backbone and show his girlfriend development in a fight by standing up against his dad, literally and metaphorically at the same time. So why does Marinette have the most to gain from the Agreste arc? After the time it took to watch the whole Wano arc One Piece back and forth, we have a new Shadow Moth, and her name is Lyla. Lyla is a different beast than Shadow Moth. For one, the Shadow Moth actually had things to lose and things he cared about. You know that son that he loves, Adrian? You know that guy that's hated more by the director than Chloe? We had to wait 2 seasons before we kind of figured out the creator Thomas was an effing with Chloe. In Adrian's case, this man built up all this hope for 8 years only for it to produce this dumpster fire for Adrian. Can heat Russia with this fire. It's crazy that the people that liked him the most were the villains, because his girlfriend Ladybug don't like him like that. Just like in old season 4. Man went from the main piece to a side piece. And not even a side piece to the main meal. He's like that nice peppermint after you have your meal leaving a restaurant, or fortune cookie when you're leaving a Chinese restaurant. Lyla don't care about anyone and she only cares about herself. Not only that, but this girl's a menace. Just look at her rap sheet from last season. Caused the most criminalizations, nearly overthrew the government by using Chloe. Found out about Shadow Moth faster than Felix himself. She gets fired and 5 episodes later, she's literally got access to Gabriel's security system and Gami's mom's robots. This is the type of menace Marinette's gonna have to face next season. There's levels to this. Like Nappa to Majin Buu, or Pain the Sage of the Sixth Path, Madara. Marinette is gonna need to be in a tippy toe this season, cause she's gonna need to face Lyla. She might even have some growing up to do, which can be symbiotic since she's starting another grade next season. They could dumb Lyla down, but I want to believe they're gonna progress Marinette to fight Lyla. I mean, who else? Adrian? We seen they couldn't progress Adrian with an arc that's only about his family. Just saying. They had a million options to end the Agreste arc, and they went with the let's go the nap time option. Like I said, they don't care about Adrian. So once again, it's going to have to be Marinette versus the world, because no one else is going to do it. Unless they finally decide to make this the Marinette and Isla show. Go didn't have a requirement last season, and she was more useful than Adrian last season. She was there when Marinette spoke to the past users. She was allowed to tell Nina about her identity, when Marinette forbid Kenora finding out any of the other users' identities, and tell them his also. Make it a progression of Nino, but we don't want that with Adrian here. We don't need him progress and having character development. Marinette not only allowed Nina to find out, but allowed Isla to find out about her own identity too. Instead of leaving the Ladybug with Kenor, her experienced friend that she's gone on so many countless missions with, she chose Isla. She chose Alia. There's a reason why we call this the Ladybug show and not Ladybug and Canoir. The reason why I believe that Marinette will gain the most from the Agreste arc is that I believe either next season, season 7 or post season 6, Canoir will be a villain. Lyla is what we call an instigator, aka the reason the video ends up on WorldStar, aka the owner of the most accumulations last season. Girl was straight up manipulating Kagami last season. Lyla of course doesn't like Marinette and hates Ladybug for pretty much snitching on her for lying. She can also be bitter still because of what happened with the whole Gabriel tossing aside last season for Kagami. And what better way to get revenge by hurting his son? Because some great man decided that he wanted to be remembered as a hero and turned his son's girlfriend into a liar. What better way to hurt Marinette and Ladybug by breaking up the relationship? I can already see it in the scene where Lyla's talking to Adrian because Adrian doesn't know it's Lyla due to her using the butterfly Kwame to disguise herself, or using her alter ego from last season to be like, you think you know Marinette, but she's as sweet as you think she is. She might even be hiding something from you. Cue the music and the post-credit scene now. Doing this to put down his heart, maybe for a good part of the season, only for the truth to come out in a two-parter for the mid-season finale or the end-season finale, in which it pretty much breaks Adrian and causes him to be akumatized, creating Cat Block on steroids, not before Marinette takes the cat Kwame from him and combines to Lady Noir again, which would be crazy since that's how she took down Gabriel. But let's be honest, what's really gonna happen is she's gonna give the cat Kwame ring to Alia, because it's the Alia and the Marinette show, baby. What could even be crazier is that Lyla also gets some of the Kwame users, since Marinette handed the Kwames to her classmates at the end of the season 5 finale, and Lyla ends up akumatizing them to face off with Marinette, which not gonna lie could be wild. Might be the only time Catalog might be the lead since he'll be the villain. And then the US superheroes of fate come and help her. Oh wait, they kinda used that last season for something they called a dumpster fire, the Agreste arc. Also because this is Lyla, I wouldn't be surprised if Marinette lost some friends this season, since Lyla has shown in the past to try to sever Marinette's relationships, as seen in the Ladybug episode named Ladybug and the season 2 finale Hero Days. Ladybug, in which Lyla got Marinette expelled from school and almost got her akumatized, and Heroes Day, in which she tried to frame her for Cat Noir's death. Also, Lyla's a pretty smart person. Marinette got lucky with showing him up being her first villain. Sometimes you just don't know how good you had it until it's gone sometimes. Let's just say he had certain tendencies. He was a loser that would help Marinette win. Lyla's built different. I expect to see a smarter Marinette due to it, but still expect some smooth brain every now and then. We got 26 episodes to fill this season. Not all of Lyla's parents can be 10 out of 10. It's like not how Attack on Titan episodes are 10 out of 10. The worst ones are like 9.9 out of 10. Cue the meat writing. It's also possible they're gonna make Lyla dumber since they don't want to get rid of her as soon as they made her. Since let's be honest here, who could be the next Shadow Mom? You gonna tell me Sabrina's gonna snap? They said to watch out for the quiet ones at school. Besides for the akumatized cat block theory that I talked about earlier, who else could be the next Shadow Mom? The walk of akumatization, Chloe is gone. Unless the dad's just a bigger simp for Chloe than I thought. There also seems to be a sense of change in the show for Marinette, since if you see some of the stuff for the next season, Marinette seemed to change a bit. She has a change of outfit, but that could be due to the fact that the menace known as Gabriel has left the show. You got time to shop for new outfits when Grape Lollipop here isn't trying to get rid of you. Also, she's at an age, when you go through a lot of development, unless you're Ash Ketchum. She's also at an age when you go through a lot of development, unless you're Ash Ketchum. But it makes sense for her to develop a personality at the same time, and how she thinks about things. All in all, this is mostly a theory video based on what we know about the show and certain tendencies of the show's creators. And this was happen, I'm not gonna lie, some of it will suck, some of it won't. It just proved that Marinette is the show's favorite child, no matter what they say. But not gonna lie, Kumanai's canon story is about to be fun. Cause hey man, at this point, he deserves to be a villain. Daddy Love was a menace, and everyone around him lied about his own dad to his face, including his girlfriend, his second mom Natalie, and his actual mom Emily. Also, the crazy plot armor they're gonna have to give Marinette to win is about to be amazing just to watch. They had to give Marinette and Adrian infinite time and abilities just to beat Chloe and Lyla together next season. Under the guise that they were more grown up now, which is kind of laughable since they got those powers because they grew up according to Marinette. Growing up, really, Marinette? I'm pretty sure grown-ups can at least kiss their partners and have a decent conversations with them. What makes it even worse is, imagine that during the final fight with Shadow Mouth, this just happened with the whole grown-up thing instead. During the fight with Shadow Mouth, instead of the battle with Chloe, like Adrian stood up to his dad and gained the infinite cataclysms and infinite time he has now, because he really would have grown up due to standing up against his dad, literally grown up in a sense, which would be amazing to gain the new power at that time. But what do I know about ending that 8-year arc that makes every character worse, or the highlight being two main characters getting together at the speed slower than dating a pastor's girl, the speed at which a snail can swim across the neighborhood. All in all, that's the video. The Agreste arc is a dumpster fire that's going to keep me warm this fall.